Star Trek Starfleet Academy's viewership woes continue, it seems. This article is from Geeks and Gamers. William Shatner beats Starfleet Academy with a bowl of cereal again. Well, I don't think it would take very much to beat the premiere numbers of Starfleet Academy on YouTube. There are popular YouTubers with mid-tier channel sizes that do regular live streams that garner more viewers than that first episode brought in on YouTube. The article says, if there was ever a cleaner, more embarrassing snapshot of where Star Trek currently stands versus where it used to stand, this might be it. A Kellogg's Super Bowl commercial featuring William Shatner talking earnestly, humorously, and memorably about the importance of fiber has officially crossed 1 million views in just 3 days, trouncing the numbers put up by the premiere of Starfleet Academy. And I will say that the commercial is very, very funny, so go and watch it. This is actually the second time a video of William Shatner discussing digestive health and regularity has destroyed the numbers put up by Alex Kurtzman's latest Star Trek series. What's more, the ad leans into iconic Star Trek imagery, showing Shatner in a starship captain's chair and beaming down to Earth. Yeah, I mean, it says a lot that this commercial, which kind of functions as a Star Trek parody, kind of like a spoof, it achieved more views on social media than the first episode of Starfleet Academy got on the Paramount Plus YouTube channel. And I think it's worth pointing out that the first episode of Starfleet Academy, which had been released on Paramount Plus's own YouTube channel for free, has now been privated. So you can't watch it anymore on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure you're all really devastated by that news, huh? As of January 24th, just days before Paramount abruptly pulled the free YouTube debut of Starfleet Academy, the episode had managed 218,000 views in 9 days, roughly 8,000 likes, 27,000 dislikes, according to visible metrics at the time. Third-party trackers indicate dislikes climbed past 30,000 before the video vanished. By comparison, Shatner's cereal commercial, yes, a fiber ad, has surpassed 1 million views in 3 days, earned 13,000 likes on X, generating overwhelmingly positive engagement and shares. And again, it's a very funny commercial. But it does really put Starfleet Academy's viewership in perspective. Shatner's ad is quite funny, and it's about fiber and digestion, and he literally calls himself Will Shat, okay? And it effectively plays on his Captain Kirk persona as well. He's sitting in what looks like the captain's chair of a bridge, and he's beaming around the place. And that parody commercial got better numbers and a far better reception from the public than the Star Trek Starfleet Academy premiere episode did on YouTube. Now, if you look at that 218,000 views that the first episode got in 9 days, there are big channels that did reviews of that episode, and their review videos got way more views than that. Now, to be fair, my review video didn't, but I did get 135,000 views. That's only 80,000 views less than what the first episode brought in its first 9 days. So my review video wasn't that far off what the episode actually got. And I am just a guy sitting at home in a room on my computer with no marketing budget, and my video cost me basically nothing to make except time and I guess a small amount of electricity. Think of the millions of dollars that was spent on that first episode of Starfleet Academy. The show has a huge production budget, a huge marketing budget as well. All that advertising, all that money spent, it should have millions of views on it. I don't spend anything on advertising my videos. I just post them on social media. I think this obviously speaks to one thing: audience apathy. Audience apathy. I think that's the key here. And it was hardly a surprise that the show has received such little interest. I mean, I can't remember the last time a trailer for a new Star Trek series received so few views? I mean, I'd say a lot of Star Trek fans didn't even know that there was a new Star Trek series coming. There were so few views on those trailers on YouTube, I seem to recall. And also the trailers just didn't really receive very good feedback. It was mostly negative. People took one look at that and went, this isn't what we were looking for. I mean, most fans weren't looking for a Starfleet Academy series, let alone the particular type of Starfleet Academy series that they were given. They weren't, look, the episode wasn't watched by very many people on YouTube. Whatever about how bad the show is, whatever about how bad the first episode was and the subsequent 3 episodes, for all of the faults in these stories, for all of the issues with this show and the characters and everything else, above all, audience ambivalence is the ultimate damning indictment of the show. That's more than anything else. Most fans just don't care. The modern audience this show was aimed at either doesn't exist in significant numbers to be meaningful, or they simply aren't interested in this show because it doesn't speak to even them, let alone Star Trek fans. To be honest, after 4 episodes, I don't know who this show speaks to. So it looks like they made a show for an audience that doesn't really exist. And if it does, it's very, very small indeed. Apathy really is the death knell for a show and for a franchise. And there seems to be a lot of apathy towards this. People just don't care. And look, I've seen a few comments that were positive here and there. I've seen a few reviews that were positive, but it's very, very small. And usually those positive comments come with, caveats. People are like, yeah, it was good, but la 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 la, all these issues. Yeah, I liked it, but there's always qualifiers. There's always quite a few faults that they got. There is a percentage of every fan base that's very, very forgiving. There's a small subsection of the audience that will watch anything, no matter what. But the majority of Trek fans have tuned out. And really, who can blame them? The show just wasn't made for hardcore Star Trek fans. It has the Star Trek name on it. But that's about it. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Dave Cullen Show channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell to be notified of future updates, share the video out there, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.